Great philosopher once said, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. And I would like to say, if the fish in the sea hypothetically disappear one day, is he equipped with enough knowledge or information to catch? Use his skills to hunt? Is he required to innovate in that case? So I'd just like to begin the discussion by asking Mr. Manoj that do you think there is a disconnect between what university thinks industry needs and what industry really needs? We had a discussion, we had 3-4 speakers come and talk and each one expressed their need from the academia side. But from an industry side, I would like to know, what do you really perceive this problem to be? Really?
I think you asked a pertinent question. So my thought is very clear, and I speak very practically. The idea is, the universities know that there is a gap. It's not that they do not know, and they also want to do, but this is a system which is very, very large. We saw around 150,000 universities, which are just mushrooming, and it has become a business more than working it out. So I just take always a small example. अगर हमें घर बदलना है, say I'm just renting it out from one place to another, that itself is a big hell of task. घर दिखना है, पानी आ रहा है कि नहीं. Changing a house or cleaning a house requires us a week's time or a month's time or maybe 6 months to settle down. Changing the entire education system would take more time. So, and there are many other legislations which are there, like UGC Act and other things, which are not easy to change. They are institutions with some foundations, but yes, how they can be changed is only through institutions like Board, who become their eyes and ears, industry forums like FICCI or CII or something like that, and probably the industry themselves needs to come ahead, work with, because now there are a lot of forums. Probably priorly there were no more forums, right? So we find some kind of a referendum or something, becomes a years, and other things would help. That's what I get.
Narendra, do you believe, when you from your monologue, what I picked up is that there is do you think there is the problem is self-respect among students who are graduating, who are not able to satisfy certain cognitive skills, certain interpersonal skills, and that could be related to as engineers, or even basic technical skills? Is it a problem of students having lower self-respect, because of which they deliver not a great output?
I will say it's not a lower self-respect. Actually, it's our social environment. Let me, even from the day boy or girl get admission, the expectation post qualification becomes so high that their self-image becomes a problem for them when they go on the shop floor. Like we said, I don't see any problem Japanese general manager working on shop floor, cleaning his workstation, maintaining his tool. Wherein in India, suppose if fresh engineer has to roll down and he has to clean up the machinery, it will become problem for him. He will not feel comfortable.
There's a student who's doing really good at project work. There's a student who's really interested in R&D. His project is really good.
Okay.
And would Ambetronics really look at hiring him into his R&D department? Would they let him do right away their product development?
Yes, of course. It is basically in our company's R&D, we hire, of course experienced people. I'd say like it's domain. We can say like even for the production, those are very good IQ. Those are very like we can say innovation approach. We can also rotate them production to R&D. So on that base, even for the testing, from you can't believe, but for this year we took total 20 apprenticeship, ITR plus graduate, and in that we also took total 6 people in R&D for the testing. So those are our fresher. But of course the level for production and for R&D, same fresher, but the level of student, level of IQ, like their innovation approach, they like to some fire approach or can say passion about to do something. So even we gave the opportunity for testing. So we like some relates for Wi-Fi and all some system into technical mode. So on that base, they have very great opportunity for freshers.
So Manoj, how do you think? How would the colleges prepare our workforce to compete with Chinese? It's something that I believe that we are finding difficult to find students with basic skills. But here we are talking about competing with Chinese people, which are hands down having better technology, better infrastructure, better everything. So how do you think? What would be their role? Do you think academia can even play a role in this?
So the most important thing is probably a lot of private institutions can come together, talk to board or something, who would bridge the gap between the companies which is going to come to India, and what are the basic criteria. Probably board can put up a study with the ministry or somebody can see how the production is happening in China. What are the basic quality parameters, right? What are the attributes? And probably start building it for next 5 years. They are not going to come today. It would start taking, because even the project would take at least 36 months, 48 months for implementation, right? And there would be, I'm sure, a competition between a lot of states which would, compete to lure these companies to come in their state and do the jobs. And probably there would be something which is related to natural resources, maybe petroleum or mining or something. So probably, both has a very, very important role to play to bridge the gap between both sides, and maybe start a study of doing how Chinese have been doing for all these years. Probably we may not be able to match that standards in the first level, but yes, in next 5 years or 6 years, 7 years, what were the 10 important points and where do we, scale up would help them. Right? And probably that can be a part of an apprenticeship special program, like we have NAPM, which we have introduced. Probably that can be.
In this case, are you looking at academia to do more innovation, or are you looking at industry to do the innovation part and leave the skills development to the academia? So what's your clarity? I mean, I want to understand if the industry wants innovation to be with them and skills to be with the academia, or they want innovation as well to go with academia.
First of all, I think everybody is knowing about the ITI. ITI is the first public sector of government of India formed in 1948. And since then, we were in the R&D as well as manufacturing of the telecom equipments. Later on, some R&D activities were gone down and process was slowed. Our R&D is now again gearing up. So, if it is a big industry, then R&D should be with the industry itself. Otherwise, it is very difficult to fetch some technology from outside and get it developed at our end. But if it is not possible for develop each and every technology in-house, then definitely we have to fetch technology from somewhere else, and then we have to manufacture.